And we have new details on the lawsuit filed by a Chico mom claiming the school district kept her in the dark about her child's gender identity.
New at 5, more than 20 states and some advocacy groups are joining in after a judge dismissed that case.
Action News Now reporter Lauren Cooper shows us where things now stand.
Chico Mom Aurora Regino's appeal was filed October 30th and will go to the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit. A day later, 23 states filed an Amici Curiae in support of the appeal. Amici Curiae is Latin for Friends of the Court, and essentially is a person or organization that agrees to provide perspective and additional information the court may want to consider before making its ruling. And a member of Regino's legal team had this to say about it.
I would take that brief in particular as a sign that the states are looking at this and they agree with us that parental rights are of utmost importance.
I have 2 copies of those amicus briefs, one of them coming from the state of Montana, citing their reason being that parents retain their fundamental right to direct the upbringing of their children, something it says is a right the Supreme Court has described as essential and far more precious than property rights. The other comes from Dr. Lior Sapir from the Manhattan Institute for Policy Research. The New York institution describes itself online as a conservative think tank that focuses on domestic policy and urban affairs. Dr. Sapir writes in part that decades of research have shown that most children with gender dysphoria come to terms with their original sex by adulthood, and those who are socially transitioned are more likely to persist in their cross-gender feelings and seek medical interventions, something he says can carry risks of lifelong sterility, sexual dysfunction, mood disorders, and increased risk for cancer and heart disease. The controversial case was previously dismissed by a California judge a few months ago. What about this case attracted you guys to take this on, and why do you think that you can win this?
The reason we took this case on is because we see these secrecy policies not just in California but across the country, where schools are performing very powerful psychological treatment on children without their parents' involvement. So we took on this case because of the importance of it, the impact to children, and the impact to the constitutional rights of parents.
I reached out to several Chico Unified School District board members and so far only got a response from Matt Tennis, who says it's scary how public schools in California have apparently stopped trying to work with parents and are now actively working against them. Regino's legal team expects to be in court sometime in the spring of next year. In Chico, I'm Lauren Cooper with Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
Now, that attorney that Lauren just spoke with says that they have filed an opening brief and are now waiting for the district to do the same, the school district.